A new week. This is what, the last day of January? Yeah, that went fast. So for GJ, we understand that on the 4-hour, currently we're maintaining higher lows. I put so far price has not printed bearish, so price is still maintaining higher lows. And I did say that like this was like the last higher low that I see. This was like last week, Friday. And then I was like, dang, did it break? And then I'm just like, of course it didn't, because you need bearish, bearish. We have bearish, and then we have a full bullish candle, which then closed back in this range, and then now it's continuing bullish. So it was over the weekend that I was like, oh, it definitely didn't break, just because, you know, bearish, bearish. And then we tapped right back into this support level that we could see on the daily. It wasn't very likely that it was going to print another bearish candle, so I was cool with holding my buys. This is still my target up here. If you look on a weekly time frame, you see that like, just look how price forms this doji, this bullish doji on support, on monthly support, actually, because this is a level that we can see on the monthly time frame. Okay. So my bias for bullish, my bias for GJ, I think for the entire week is more so bullish than bearish. However, if we do come up to this area, if we do get here, and then price on the 4-hour creates a support and then completely breaks it, then I'm going to be in sells when it makes a lower high to continue wherever it's trying to go. But if we come up to this level and we only ever maintain higher lows, I think it's imperative that I make sure that I'm not tricking myself saying, oh, it broke, when really it was just tested, because that's where my psychology, I got to be really careful of my psychology when it comes to stuff like that. So for gold now, oh yeah, so I had to look at it this weekend and I was like, yo, are we actually bearish or are we still bullish? And according to me, we're still bullish, and this is why. If I'm going just based off of structure, which you need to do, because structure is the #1 priority, always has been, always will be. My knee is spazzing up, okay? So we have, ever since, you know, price made this big higher high on the daily, you know, we started making some structure points in here. Mainly starting with, you have this higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, 100% retracement. This is not a higher high, so you know, it's just a high. And then we're testing this entire way until we make this higher high, higher low. Oh, this is not a structure point, because the way I'm seeing it, point A, point B, this only came to the 23.6. So really and truly, it's not really counted as a structure PRZ. However, this is the fib that I feel like we're currently operating in when it comes to golds. I could be wrong, but it's just like, this is like, this entire thing was tested. Like, we couldn't say, oh, this is point A, point B, like point A, point B. And then because this level broke right here, and this was 38.2, it was tested. That's just not how I see it, because in order for us to get a new point A, we have to break these previous highs, right? We didn't do that until here and here. But then again, here, this was only 23.6. So really, did we break structure? I personally don't believe we broke out of bullish structure, because we would have to break this 100% level. And as long as this 100% level is maintained, to me, we're still in that bullish fib. And that's why I'm in gold buys already. Shh, don't tell nobody though. I took buys Friday. Based off of the fact that it was in a weekly zone / monthly zone, and there was 100% level. When it comes to the 100% levels on like really big fib structures, I find that, you know, like I said in the previous video, it's like a risk worth taking, because you're at the 100% zone. If price breaks under there, then good, at least you know that the next following week you have a bearish bias. But you know, it's just one of them things. But if you want to be really, really careful, the proper thing to do would be to wait, like I said, for a bullish break. Make sure the 4 hours is not maintaining lower highs anymore. And again, these are not structural lower highs. These are lower highs that maintain a downtrend. So lower highs that are maintaining and causing the daily time frame to have such a nice, smooth, bullish impulse like bearish. Now, if we break this level here, what does that mean for us? That means that the daily is not going to be bearish anymore. If it breaks this level, the daily is going to start to be pushing bullish. And if it maintains these higher lows on the 4 hour, the daily will continue to print bullish. So that's what I think. This is a really nice level of liquidity on the weekly. You see how we created support here, right? And then we left this nice wick here, this exhaustion wick. So that's what kind of like highlighted this zone. So you can see where we are almost really popping. So yeah. For entries on GJ, let's see, in an impulse leg where it's not a PRZ, honestly, this could have been a really nice level for realizing, hey, we created resistance, and we have like some breaks up in this area right now. You got all this bullish, and then you got this that maintains this, maintaining support, and it's continuing to make high highs and high lows. I think it wouldn't have been a bad place to get an entry here, or even here. Honestly, it's 304. It's probably going to wick some more and probably get an entry. But honestly, after this little break right here that we had, I would have said, okay, that's a signal that I can probably enter in safely without some serious pullback to this target level here. But yeah, let's have a great week.